Feeling sluggish while you are editing 4K video? Is your PC struggling to keep up with your daily editing task? Well, it might be time for a serious upgrade. Today, we are diving deep into classic PC upgrade, swapping out a 10th gen Intel Core i3 processor for a powerful 10th gen Intel Core i7 processor. I built this PC on April 2020 with i3 10th gen due to budget constraint. But i3 10th gen is also quad-core CPU. That means it is having 4 physical core in that CPU. So if you are ready to supercharge your system and take your PC to the next level, stick around and let's get started. I am Chandrachud Adhikari, your host. Welcome to my channel Explore Review. I usually make video on tech tips, product unboxing which are daily needed for household, DIY project and repairing, and sometimes on travel. If you are interested to get upgrade and guidance on these topics, then subscribe my channel. We will walk through with comparison between i3 and i7 10th gen processor. Entire comparison will be conducted with the Adobe Premiere Pro project with Need Video plugin for ISO noise removal. ISO noise usually comes while you are shooting during low light. Also, I will do upscale of 2.7K video to 4K. Removing ISO noise from video clip is CPU and GPU intensive work. I will make a separate video on CPU upgrade process, how to open PC cabinet and swap the CPU without opening entire motherboard. Also, I will discuss about cost, reselling price of my old CPU, and is it worth it to invest on 10th gen CPU at the end of 2024. So stay tuned for my next videos. Before going to comparison, let's take a look to the other components of my PC. As you can see here, in previous configuration, I was having Intel Core i3 10th Gen 10100 series CPU, which is having 4 physical core and 8 logical thread. I was using this CPU with a B460M motherboard from ASRock, DDR4 RAM 32GB, RX 574GB dedicated GPU, and PCIe Gen 3 N2 NVMe SSD, which is 500GB. In current configuration, there was nothing changed, only the CPU has been replaced with Intel Core i7 10th Gen 10700K series, which is having 8 physical core and 16 logical thread, which is twice of the i3 10th Gen CPU. Just to mention that B460M motherboard is not able to overclock K series CPU, but you can run it in turbo mode after doing some tweak in that BIOS settings. For overclocking, you need J series motherboard to achieve the K series feature of that CPU. In this comparison, first I will execute that Adobe Premiere Pro project in i3 processor. Then I will execute the same project with i7 processor. Here I have selected one low light footage, which is 3.5 minutes in length. This footage is 2.7K, so I need to scale it up to 4K resolution. So here in sequence, I will select the 4K resolution. Then I will drop the clip in sequence and keep the existing settings. Now scale the video footage according to your sequence settings. So far it is good, the clip is running smoothly. You can see that one yellow line came up in the timeline. I'll let you know what is the meaning of this yellow line. Now in effects, I will apply the Need Video reduce noise version 5. Yellow line became red immediately after applying the effects. Here in performance, I need to do some optimization so that Adobe Premiere can select that base settings for this project. So click on that optimize settings. Here you can see that project is 4K and it is 32-bit. Now it has started its optimization process and it's doing that calculation based on CPU and the GPU. So optimization has been completed. Now I have to select that accept that settings, base settings. Based on that, I need to do that profiling. So I need to select one noisy area and click on that profile check part, and it will automatically reduce the noise. Further, if you can enhance that noise reduction from that menu options, you can do that needful. If you need a full tutorial video on this, you can comment on my video. So here first, beginning of the clip, you need to press I, then O, then press enter. The rendering will start. So here you can see that rendering is showing it will take almost 2 hours. So I will not record the entire render video, otherwise that video would be lengthy. So I will pause the recording for a while and again I will come back once the rendering process is close to 90 to 99%. So here you can see that CPU utilization and the GPU utilization, GPU temperature as well. So as you can see, it was taking too much time, so that's why I decided to cancel the rendering. Also, I just want to check that how much time it will take to do the export of this 3.5 minutes video clip. So here you can also see that it is asking for almost 1 hour 20 minutes. So I will also cancel this process without wasting the time, and meanwhile I will replace the CPU and will come back in front of you with the same project testing with i7 processor. Here I would follow the same process like i3 CPU. So I am fast forwarding this part like sequence setting, dropping clip and all these things. With the performance optimization, here you can see significant improvement after replacing the CPU. The frame rates is almost 3 frames per second, but in i3 you can see the frame rate is 1.94 frames per second, which is approx 2 frames per second. So significant performance improvement is there. I would not say there is a huge improvement after replacing the CPU, because as you know, my GPU is not changed, that is intact. So to process one 4K video, at least you need 4 GB memory graphics card, dedicated GPU. Now I will start the rendering process similar way. So let's see. So see, it is showing approximate 40 minutes to do the rendering. The time is also decreasing. If you can compare the time elapsed and remaining time, you can see that approx 1 minute used and now it's became 35 minutes. So rendering time is also decreasing. So here I have fast forwarded the video, otherwise it will be too lengthy. So if you can see here the GPU and CPU utilization as well, you can see that CPU is constantly working at 4.5 GHz. So, but in that CPU header you can see it's mentioning that CPU at the rate 3.8. So 3.8 is the base frequency of the CPU and turbo frequency is that 4.5 and overclock speed is 5 GHz. So here I am not able to utilize that overclock feature, but you can see after doing the tweak in the BIOS settings, the CPU is constantly being used at 4.5 GHz. Here you can see that rendering is going to be completed in few seconds. Yeah, it has been completed 35 minutes 46 seconds. Here you can see after completing that rendering process, the CPU and GPU utilization is getting dropped. Also, the green line came up in timeline, and as you can see, I am able to play that clip smoothly. Now I will export the video and see how much time is going to take. Please check the time at taskbar. At the end of export, you can check the same. So as you can see, it is showing like approximate 43 minutes. Previously it was asking for 1 hour 20 minutes with i3 CPU. So I can say I am getting 3x performance boost after upgrading the CPU. If you can observe that export has been completed at 5:17, it was started at 4:38. So it took approx 39 minutes to do the export. Previously it was asking, as I mentioned, 1 hour 20 minutes. So let's play the video. It has been completed. So significant ISO noise has been removed. Previously it was very worse. So here is the final output after doing the post processing. This is all for today's video. I will come back very soon with my next videos as I mentioned. If you like this video, please do like, subscribe and share my channel. Also comment if you need full tutorial on ISO noise removing from video. I will prepare that.